Respiratory volumes and capacity is our next topic. So first of all, we have to cover four main parts, that is tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, expiratory reserve volume and residual volume. The remaining, that is the inspiratory capacity, expiratory capacity, functional residual capacity, vital capacity and total lung capacity is basically a combination of these four. Volume of air inspired or expired during a normal respiration. It is approximately 500 ml, that is, a healthy man can inspire or expire approximately 5000 to 8000 ml of air per minute. So, tidal volume is basically that volume of air that is inspired or expired when we breathe normally. We do not forcibly expel air or we do not forcibly inhale air. It is just a normal respiration, normal breathing rate. Inspiratory reserve volume is the additional volume of air a person can inspire by a forcible inspiration. So, for example, I am inhaling and I inhaled some air. So, first of all, I will inhale tidal volume. So, the extra volume besides tidal volume that I can take in is inspiratory reserve volume. For example, this is the lung and this is the tidal volume, and I can fill my lung till this point. So, this is inspiratory reserve volume. In normal inspiration, only this part will be filled, but if I try to forcibly inhale more air, then till this part also gets filled. Sorry yes. Okay. Then comes expiratory reserve volume. It is the additional volume of air a person can expire by a forcible expiration. So after expiring, the extra amount of air that we can expire besides tidal volume. So tidal volume is the normal amount of air that we inhale or exhale. Besides that, the extra amount of air that we can exhale is expiratory reserve volume, which is approximately 1000 ml to 1100 ml. Residual volume is the volume of air that is remaining in the lungs even after a forcible expiration. This averages 1100 ml to 1200 ml by adding up a few. Okay, so first of all, what is residual volume? It is the amount, residual means left off, it is the amount of or the volume that is always present in air after forcible expiration. If we try to forcibly exhale air, that doesn't mean that our whole lung will get empty at once. Some volume or some amount is always left in the lungs. This is known as residual volume. So now, by adding up a few respiratory volume described above, we can derive various pulmonary capacity which can be used in clinical diagnosis. First of all, inspiratory capacity. Total volume of air a person can inspire after a normal expiration. This includes tidal volume and inspiratory reserve volume. So after a normal expiration, that is, after normal expiration, I can first of all normally inhale. So I will first of all bring in tidal volume inside my lungs. Now after that, I can inhale some more amount of air, that is inspiratory reserve volume. This is the inspiratory capacity. So at max, by a forcible inspiration, I can take up this much amount of air, that is tidal volume and inspiratory reserve volume. Expiratory capacity. Total volume of air a person can expire after a normal inspiration. This includes tidal volume and expiratory reserve volume. It is just the opposite of inspiratory capacity. So after a normal inspiration, I can expire first of all the volume of air equivalent to tidal volume, and besides that, I can also exhale or release expiratory reserve volume. Then comes functional residual capacity. Volume of air that will remain in the lung after a normal expiration. This includes ERV plus RV. ERV is expiratory reserve volume and reserve volume. So it is the volume of air that will remain in lungs after a normal expiration. So in a normal expiration, only tidal volume will leave the lungs. So the residual volume and expiratory reserve volume is still there in the lung, because residual volume is always there, and we didn't expel expiratory reserve volume, so it is also present there. Vital capacity. The maximum volume of air a person can breathe in after a forced expiration. So after a forced expiration, first of all, how much amount of or how much volume of air we can inhale, that is known as vital capacity. It includes ERV, that is expiratory reserve volume, because that is expiratory reserve volume, because first of all we will take in the tidal volume, then we can take in inspiratory reserve volume, and we can then also take in expiratory reserve volume. It is the maximum volume of air a person can breathe out after a forced inspiration. Total lung capacity, total volume of air accommodated in the lungs at the end of a forced inspiration. This includes expiratory reserve volume, tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, and residual volume.